It's Tracey and Noelle. They're gonna make you LOL on 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk.
Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. This is episode 318. I'm your host, comedian Tracey Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, comedian Noelle Herzog.
That's me.
Hi, Noelle. Thanks so much for being here to talk about 90 Day Fiance Season 11, Episode 7.
Thanks for having me.
You're so welcome for having you.
I'm just so glad to be here.
No, I know. Listen, I'm glad that it is the afternoon, the late afternoon, still sunny and bright out.
That's right, it is.
That's all I really care about. The other thing I care about is the Patreon, patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast, where you can find all of our bonus content, including but not limited to So Pumped to Vanderpump Rules podcast, Macaroni Rascals, a Jersey Shore podcast, BS, our favorite podcast where we just kind of
doing a lot of BSing.
And my other favorite podcast, Recycled with Noelle and Michael.
Wow.
Guys, go check it out. Also, if you want this podcast the day we record up to a week early, make sure you join at the elite level where you will also get access to our secret group and a free sticker. So you know what? It's all worth it. Go over, check it out. Patreon.com/Trash Talk Podcast. It's right down there in the show notes. Let's jump into the pool with Sarper and Shekinah.
Ready to jump.
Okay. So she kicks him out of the house. This is day one.
Right. A client's coming. But that's the thing. It's like she knew that this was an asshole thing to do to someone between this and not being able to eat in the house.
Yeah.
That's why she didn't tell him.
Of course.
She acts like it's no big deal, but it is a big deal. I'd be pissed.
She said that he can, quote, go around neighborhoods.
Great. But he's not allowed to go to the beach.
So he said that he's part-time homeless.
He is.
Yeah. And there's just like a lot of temptation everywhere, she said.
Oh, get a life. For someone like she's so mean yet so insecure at the same time. It's the craziest thing. The meanest
Most mean people are.
But that's
insecure.
what I'm saying. It's like the meanest people in the world are the most insecure. Why are you so insecure? He's never done anything to you.
Literally.
Yeah. It's
Stop.
so weird. Yeah, it's so weird.
All right. So she has this client over.
I mean, come on. Is this real?
No, this is not real. This is 100% not real. First of all, the cameras are there. Her client is talking crazy
Whiskey
haciendo.
dick, like crazy things.
I mean,
like,
she's oversharing to the max.
that's the thing. It's like, why don't you? There's a lot of things you could say. This was a lot to share.
This was a ton to share. And then she goes, quote, I keep all their secrets. Okay, but you know what? They're on the television.
Yeah, 90 Day Fiance doesn't keep their secrets.
They don't. But also, this is so just staged.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, oh yeah, I'm giving him a hand job, this, that. And it's like, why are we doing this? This is weird though.
Okay. But
why does everything have to be hypersexualized all the time?
Because that's what sells. But you know what?
Mhm.
Just rent an office. Shekinah, I got to tell you, you got to rent an office. You live in the corner of your office.
Yes.
And that's totally fine. If you lived alone, I got to tell you, if you live alone and that's what you choose to do and you only eat takeout and you don't care about anything else, then who cares? But you don't
Agreed.
live alone. You need to rent an office.
Well, so that's the thing. She doesn't care though.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. She
Well,
does, like
if
it's
I
a
was
cute
Sarper,
little,
I
I
would-
would love to live in that house.
Oh, yeah. But I would love to live in that house.
Right. Not live and work. Well, okay, this kind of work, sure. Well, you and I do.
Yeah, podcast work.
Absolutely.
But I couldn't not have a kitchen.
Right. Like I can't not make toast because I'm recording.
Okay, but also I think that then I would set up, if I lived by myself in this apartment and I had to do facials,
Yeah.
I might set it up upstairs, the facial
No,
stuff.
that's what you and I were talking about.
Yeah,
last
it's like,
week. Yeah.
this is crazy. All right.
I think that she should have it upstairs. She has that whole little area and a bathroom right there. It'd be perfect. Yeah.
So he FaceTimes with his parents.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells them that he can only eat takeout food and he's like, hi guys, don't get rid of my apartment yet.
I mean, here's the thing. You know you're not going back, right?
You're not going
He's
back,
not
but
going
also
back.
Also, they're going to go back and see his family.
Right, but like you're not breaking up. People pretend like they're going to break up. They never do.
Well, he's
Yeah, I
using
don't
her
know.
little facial razor to shave.
I
the
know.
next
It's
day.
so cute. But she's like, bro, you're getting hair everywhere.
If he was willy-nilly shaving at my vanity,
Oh, your head would explode.
I'd light him on fire.
Yeah, I know. She's like, your little hair sticks to everything. So that's why I don't think this is the first time he's done this.
Right.
Yeah. I love that she says he puts on highlighter too.
Okay, he puts on highlighter under his eyes.
That's a wild
But that's
choice.
funny though. Yeah, she's like, he's like trying to like put makeup on, but like he doesn't even know what he's doing. He needs a little
Highlighter under
lesson.
his eyes.
Oh God.
Yeah, let's highlight the bags under your eyes. That's crazy.
Well, he's meeting her friends, and
Also, he has a bunch of Trader Joe's snacks all over that vanity. Did you notice? He had
I
like
did see
beef
that.
jerky, chocolate covered blueberries.
Yeah, because that's the only thing he's allowed to eat. He's like,
I know.
he's like on a road trip all the time.
It's so true. It's like he probably also has chips too. Everything has to be dehydrated.
Yeah, because he's not allowed to eat anything that has any kind of moisture in it.
He has to hydrate in his stomach.
He eats beef jerky and he drinks a bottle of water and he's like, ooh, filet mignon.
Now I'm full. It's a ready-made stew.
Great. He's making stew. Great. So now he's gonna go meet her friends, but he doesn't like this guy. What's his name?
Dan. She looks good in that white dress. That looks so nice on her.
That
It
was
a little
fun.
Sparkly. Yeah. It was cute.
overlay.
Yeah.
All right. So Dan hugs Sarper.
Oh, God. But also, Dan, what are we doing
Is this
here?
real? This can't be real.
I don't think it's real, but this also is the guy that was still trying to get with her.
But was he, or is this like okay, this reminds me of like
Yeah.
a villain in like wrestling.
Yeah.
What do they call it?
Yeah.
The heel?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
they call it the heel. Ugh,
Oh,
I hate that I
uh-huh.
know these things.
I hate that you know that. I'm
Hate
talking
Nick.
wrestling tonight with Michael on Recycled. I
That
can't wait.
sounds awful. I'm not going to listen to that episode. But it's like he's like the villain. This is also like filmed. This scene is filmed like a soap opera.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But it's like one of those like telenovela
Yes.
soap operas, like the
Right.
over the top.
Yes.
Yeah. Uh
So he's like, so Sarper, you're here for 3 months?
huh.
And they're like, no, we have to get married in 90 days. And he
Right.
goes, oh, are you going to get married? Or maybe you're just getting married to stay here in the country.
But also, Shekinah's the one that really isn't interested in getting married. It's not even Sarper.
Right. But also, this is
Right.
so.
Of course.
Here's
it is.
okay. So I don't know if Sarper's in on it.
He's
but
not.
He's not in on it, but this is
Mhm.
obviously scripted. But Sarper knows this is scripted.
Right.
Like they didn't tell him it's scripted, but like he's like, oh, okay, I see what we're doing.
Because don't you think like if this was you, if this was real, if
Mhm.
I was Shekinah,
I mean,
I
no,
would
no.
flip out.
No, if this was real and I was Sarper, I would punch this guy in the face and leave.
Oh no, me too. But I'm saying even Shekinah, it's like, hello, can you say something? Because everybody's staying
She's
there
like,
kind of like
oh no,
giggling.
yeah, because
right.
this is not real. This is
Yeah.
a soap opera. So he's like, oh, have you ever met any of Shekinah's exes? And he's like, everyone but me was a loser.
But also, Shekinah says that she only slept with 2 guys in her whole life. Fine, I'm not shaming her, but I think she's still trying to stick to that.
Okay, well, Dan is one
Yeah.
of them, and her.
No, but she says it's not Dan.
Okay, well,
It's her old as fuck baby daddy and Sarper.
okay, well,
Yeah, I have news for you. Not true. I don't think you lost your virginity. That 70-year-old man I saw that you had a kid with.
what do you mean? Maybe they went to high school together.
Yeah, okay, I'm sure about
Maybe
that.
he was the retired.
Yeah, he took her to
dean.
prom.
Maybe he was the retired dean of her high school.
Okay, retired, huh?
I'm just saying. Maybe it
Also,
was his-
she has a color of the season hair clip. Did you notice?
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, her
I like
hair
that,
clip
though.
is color of the season. I
I
thought
love
you would
it.
like that.
Well, the
Mhm.
season is here. The season is upon us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, it is.
So he said that he's better for her, and then
Mhm.
also says that they hooked up. And Sarper's super nice,
He is nice, but I like that he's like, some guys are cats, some guys are dogs.
right? And she's like,
I
I,
like that.
feel like you guys are fighting.
It's like, yeah, Shekinah, you should be punching Dan in the face.
Yeah, seriously. All right,
Yeah.
moving on.
My favorite couple.
Okay,
Do you have a favorite couple on here?
favorite how?
Favorite is in you enjoy watching the most. Not like you
No.
love them together.
No, I don't know. I hate everyone. I think.
Okay, because I think this couple is the most ridiculous to watch.
Well, this is ridiculous. So it's
Yeah.
the next day,
Mhm.
right?
They're going to try and have fun. When somebody starts off with the day in a couple and they say, let's try to have fun today.
Yeah, it's not good.
You know the
Let's try to
relationship
have a
is doomed.
Let's try to have a nice day today. Let's just have a.
Yes.
Can't we ever have a nice Saturday?
Can't we have one nice day? Why do you have to ruin every
every
nice
single
day?
day?
Oh, God.
I'm here with my family. If you don't like, it, you can go
PTS.
home. Anyway,
PTSD.
everything's fine.
Mhm.
And then all of a sudden, the Christmas tree gets launched at you. Yada, yada, yada. 911, what's your emergency?
My dad's drunk again.
Everything's fine. All right. So Mina's like, yeah, I'm not going to talk to Jordan. So they take the ferry, and Jordan and her are sitting back to back.
I know, but see, this is dumb.
Well, Jordan wanted her dad to fix everything between them.
Okay, but also he's like, sorry, Fran, close your ears. He's a pussy. He does nothing. He lets both of these women just like he does. He
He's
says
the problem.
nothing.
No, no,
He-
no, 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 no.
Okay,
He's the
agreed.
problem.
But if it were me, I would also be like, Jordan, shut up. You know what I
But
mean? And it's like,
he's-
Mina, stop calling my daughter a snake.
Remember something.
Right.
He's the one who was going back to Mina, telling her what Jordan said.
No, I know.
No.
He's a little
He's the
washwoman.
problem. No. He's 100% the problem.
But he could try to fix the problem.
yeah, but he's already the problem.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
He's the problem. All right. So Jordan breaks the ice on the ferry, and she's like, everyone just needs to get along. It's like, oh, after you said those terrible things to me, now everyone needs to get along.
After you told me I'm never allowed to have another child, now we all have to get along. Right.
Mina's pretty receptive. I was shocked.
I didn't think she would act so nicely. I think that's all she wanted, though.
Yes. All right. So there's no cars on the island, only these little golf carts. So she calls
Jordan basically ran away to go gossip
Uh-huh.
before they got there.
Jordan's
that would be
like,
me.
guys, don't you want to? Me too.
Mhm.
And then Mina calls Jordan a snake again.
She loves that. Mark's like, can we not? This is my daughter.
It's like, okay, well, sorry, your daughter's a snake. That's what I would have said.
These golf carts, do you have to rent them or they're just William Nilliam?
I don't know if there's an agreement.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like a city
this.
bike situation, I think.
I like it.
All right. So Sherry, Mark's mom,
Yeah.
is like, first of all, she's Jordan's twin.
Yeah, I know. I know. She's so cute, though.
I'm not positive that Mark didn't have an affair with his mother.
Maybe he did.
I'm just
Wouldn't be
saying.
the first time we've seen it. Where's the edit? Where's the Oedipus diorama?
Great. Jordan's twin,
Mhm.
Sherry, said
Mhm.
Mina was welcoming in Paris,
She cooked them a meal, even though
Oh,
she
she had
was
so much fun.
exhausted.
but
Okay.
blue dress, whoever this is,
That's Mark's sister-in-law.
okay,
I don't know
said
her
that she
name, though.
wasn't nice in Paris.
Mhm.
And then Rich, Mark's brother, starts
Yeah.
complaining, and Mark is so upset. Okay, so this is where it's Mark's fault again.
Yeah, tell me.
Mina,
Mhm.
the party's at 4:00.
Right, you came at 8.
No. But what do you mean you came at 8? Where was Mark?
But also, well, so that's the thing. It's why is Mark so surprised about this? That's
Mina,
what I don't get.
you made a 4:00 hair appointment.
Yeah, she
The
doesn't
party's
care.
at 4:00. Right, but I would have been like, no.
Right. Yeah.
Like he doesn't.
but
take anything
apparently
into
she
consideration.
told everyone on her side that
Mhm.
it was going to start later.
Right. I blame
That's
Mark.
crazy.
No, but I blame Mark because it's like, was it supposed to start later?
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing I don't know. Right.
Rich is like, no offense, but we booked refundable tickets for the wedding.
Okay. I mean, you didn't have to tell him that. That's an inside thought, like you and I were talking about. That's an
Yeah,
inside
just
thought.
think inside of your head. Okay.
But
so
it's
now,
like Mark's like, I can't believe it. I didn't even realize it. I didn't even realize it.
okay, great.
Hmm.
Why do we keep calling this a barbecue? Everyone's just sitting on the stoop.
There is no barbecue. Right. There's not even an extra chair to be seen.
There's no backyard.
There's nothing.
There's no front yard.
There was chips. There's no barbecue.
There
There
is
is
no
no front
barbecue.
yard either. Right.
There's no front or backyard.
No,
Or
there's
food.
no yards. There's nothing.
There's no B, and there's no Q.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Good for you.
So what are we doing?
Yeah. I don't know. It was
This
like
isn't a cookout. This isn't a picnic. This isn't anything.
the only thing is I saw one time Mark was chewing, but I didn't know what he was chewing.
Probably like gum.
air.
Probably hopefully chewing.
Yeah.
All right. So Jordan's like, oh, are you guys going to get a prenup? LOL.
Jordan, shut the fuck up. Shut up. You're a bitch. Shut up. You're a snake. Snake.
Okay. But Mark's like, yeah, of course we're going to get a prenup. And Mina's like, oh, this is the first time I'm hearing of this.
Well, and also, didn't Mark say in the beginning that's why him and his ex broke up over a prenup too?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. So when the show first started,
Oh, okay.
this
He
wasn't
had the other girlfriend.
He
Yeah.
had the other girlfriend. Yeah, and they broke up because she wouldn't have a prenup.
Okay. But Mark is like, oh, don't worry about her. She's just over there crying because she doesn't understand English.
Right, but
Okay. I don't think that's what happened.
also he doesn't even go after her. They all just sit there and let her walk away and cry. She's sobbing.
What
Cried
is
her makeup off.
Yeah, I would cry too. I'd be like, I just took a boat to a golf cart to a stoop.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I
I'm
just took an
hungry.
okay, wait, hold on. I took a plane
Hmm.
to a ferry.
Yeah.
I took a plane to a car to a ferry
Yeah.
to a golf cart to a stoop.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I am still hungry.
Where's the
And
barbecue?
now I'm embarrassed and
Where's the
hungry.
barbecue?
She's embarrassed. She's sweating. She probably doesn't have backup makeup. She cried all her makeup off.
Why
It's
are we sitting on
bad.
the stoop?
Why are we sitting on the stoop?
Why are
I
we
would.
sitting on the stoop?
I
This
want to
is crazy.
punch Jordan
I
in
got to
the
sit
face,
on the
though.
stoop with Sherry and Sherry Jr.
Jordan. Also, I want to know where his son is because he has a son. Let's see his son. Let's
Also,
see his
why aren't they
attitude.
telling me the names of these people and their
I
relations to
know.
him?
I know. Yeah, I don't know.
I'd be crying too. I'd be crying. I'd be crying in the woods.
I would be so upset that he didn't come after me. Like he is such
Come
a little
after me. Where is he going to go? He's like, I got to save my seat on the stoop. If I get up, that's it.
Sure, I'll never get to sit again.
There's no chairs. We don't have a back or a front yard.
That's true. There's no yards. There's only
He's like, I
stairs.
get up, but I'm on the top step, and that's the best step. Also,
That's the hierarchy of
okay,
steps.
he is 400 years older than his brother, but he's not.
Yes. No, I know. Okay. Yes, I agree with you. This is my brother and my brother-in-law. This is my father-in-law and his brother. It's the same thing. It's
What
like,
do you mean?
hold up. So my father-in-law is like, he's in his 70s, and his brother-in-law, his brother, when you look at him, you're like, he's regular aged. Is he closer to my age? But then you look harder and you're like, no, wrong. He is older. He's old, but he's not old, but he's not. It's
okay, but the problem is not that his brother looks young. It's that Mark looks so old.
right. But I just feel like this guy, his brother, is like Mark. You can't tell if he's old or young, so it confuses me.
I could tell that Mark is old.
No, his brother Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
you
but
can't tell.
Mark is
Yeah, Mark is just old to the eye.
He's the hardest 54 I've ever seen in my life. He's the
that's
hardest.
not true. He's not 54. He can't be. You know?
But that's what I'm saying. He's a hard 54. Do you think that
he's a pilot 54? And I think that's different. I think all that cabin pressure like ages you.
It really dehydrated his skin. They weren't kidding when they told you to mist your face with water when you're flying.
I'm telling you, I think it's mummifying him slowly. Because he looks old. It's just he's annoying. I just like to watch him.
You really think it's the
what's
cabin
gonna happen?
pressure?
It could be. I don't know. Look at my father-in-law. He's only 12.
Your father-in-law or your stepfather?
No, my stepfather's.
He's 12 years old?
Yeah, he's so young. Look at how old he looks.
Oh, man. That's not great.
He's very stiff.
Oh, man. His heart will go on.
If they only knew. If they only knew. If the people really only knew all this stuff. But yeah, I do think that all that flying ages you.
Well, it did. He's like traveling in time.
Yeah. He's a wrinkle in time.
He is a wrinkle in time. He's a wrinkle in the sky. Remind me to stop flying.
Seriously, if that's what happens to you,
the...
It's like I need a picture of my mother before and after she's in the plane.
Oh man.
Every time she comes.
You think just 1 hour-and-a-half flight just really gets you?
You just never know, right? A new wrinkle appears every time.
Oh man, what are they flying in a dehydrator?
Yeah, they're in the air fryer. They're making banana chips.
Your mom's like, we should make banana chips on the way to Orlando.
Burger chips.
We'll make some beef jerky out of this burger that I took. It's leftovers that I found in the dumpster.
I can rehydrate it with water in my
and
stomach.
I can make a stew. A stomach stew. All right, Noelle, get it together. We have to record this podcast.
I'm crying. That was so funny.
Oh, God. All right, moving on to Greg and Joan.
I mean, do you hate him so much?
There's, every episode I'm like, I can never hate him more.
Wrong.
Here we are.
Wrong.
Here we are. Joan, do you want to come to my house, Joan?
Come over.
Joan,
stay here.
Noelle has a guest room.
She's so nice and cute and successful. What are you doing?
Joan, come and stay in Noelle's guest room until you can get your flight home.
Honestly, Chico will lay with you all day. Oh, she doesn't like the dog.
She might like Chico though.
Yeah, that's true.
She's warming up to them. All right, so it's 10 days in, and she's like, "Hey, when you're finished with your clothes, can you put them away?" And he's like, "LOL."
LOL, I'm busy gaming.
Okay,
When I'm
then
done
he
with
said,
COD, maybe.
then he said to her, quote, he said about her, now I have to worry about another lady nagging me. You know, I got to tell you, Greg, go to work.
I gotta tell you, Greg, shave your head.
Shave your head.
The
Okay. And
jig is up.
then he said, can I game a little bit? And she's like,
Gross.
you know what? That does
Mhm.
mean that you're not going to talk to me, right? And he's like,
Yeah.
yes. She's like, great, go game.
Say no more. While your mom's out, I'll take an extra shower.
So she FaceTimes with her family. I love how they're just like her family.
Yeah,
They
they
don't
don't
have,
say like her sister, her mom, anything, just her
so she
family.
tells her whole family, including a
hmm
child, that they
hmm
have to live with his mom. He's got no job, he has no savings, and she's very ashamed of it.
And they're like, what are you doing?
And she's
Make him
like,
get a job.
yeah, she's like, I can't make him do anything. All right, so there's a dowry. It was her father's last wishes on his deathbed. He's
I
like, I
know.
need 15
Mm.
cows.
Dead. That was his last breath.
And they're like, all right, pull the plug.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
it's like, okay, I wasn't clear. Did he
Mm-hmm.
know about this, the dowry, or is this something she's
Okay.
springing on him?
I don't think that
Regardless, it's stupid,
it's
but
stupid.
yeah.
Okay. So 10 days later,
Yeah, I truly, this time is flying.
time is flying. 10 days later, they have 18 chickens and she wants to eat one of the chickens. She's like, listen, you don't even have a job. We might have to eat your mom.
She's like, listen, we'll eat Beatrice. It'll be great. We'll serve it with some lemon.
Yeah. She's like, we might have to eat the dogs and your mother.
So funny. Yeah, I think it's cool that they have chickens.
I think it's cool too.
Yeah,
So his mother is going to go to work. I got to tell you, I think he got his work ethic from his mother.
I know. I didn't realize she does ride shares
She does, I think, Uber Eats.
or like Uber Eats. Yeah. hmm
yeah. So it's like, all right. So she doesn't have a
Yeah.
job. You don't have a job.
Nobody has a job. I don't
No
know
one
who's
has a
paying
real
for
job.
anything.
Most of the people I know in the world that don't have jobs do like
Yeah.
Uber Eats for like an hour a week. And then they're like, well, I had to go to work.
It's so true though.
hmm So he's annoyed because he thinks that she follows him all over the house, the mother. I got to tell you, Greg, you should get a job.
Right. Then you wouldn't even notice.
You wouldn't even notice because you wouldn't be in the house. Get a job.
His mom does notice that he's happier now and she does like that.
So why? So they go upstairs to kiss.
They have the sex.
Why do we have to listen to it though?
Because this is what we were saying on every show. Why did we have to listen to Zach on Teen Mom recently?
Why do we have to
I
have
know.
them in bathrobes in the backyard?
I know. It's so dumb. It's like, is this real?
No.
I don't know. I don't know what's real and what's not anymore. Also, I love it. She pulled a real man job here. She waited until after sex to be mad at him and tell him all the things he's doing wrong.
She said, I want to know when this will stop.
It's so funny.
I have bad
it's like,
news for you. You're 20 days into your 2-year sentence. And you know what?
yeah.
Why do you think in 2 years, Greg? Why do
Yep.
you think in 2 years you're getting a house?
Yeah.
Are you going to kill your mom?
Yeah, you're not gonna.
Unless you have a
Israel.
plan to kill your mother and get away with it. I don't know how you're getting a house in 2 years.
He does say I should have taken that job. No kidding. The DMV
Yeah,
job.
but
no
listen,
kidding.
I should have done a lot of things.
I know. Right. Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Great. It doesn't make me a better person if I say that I should have.
Yeah, but Tracey, he wants credit.
Okay. Well, here's your credit. He's got to get a job or she's going to go back.
Yeah, of course. But he can't believe, though, that she's saying that.
He's like, what do you mean? We're just going to eat my mom and the dogs.
Right. That'll hold us over for a long time.
Yeah. We're going to roast Lucille.
We can make a meatloaf, freeze some slices.
We can make sausage. We could dehydrate some of her.
Make some gravy. We could do a lot of things.
Make some beef jerky.
Can make some banana chips.
He's like, we'll just fly back and forth. Don't worry about it. All right. So here's the other thing.
Yeah.
All of the B-roll is that they're living on a dock.
Yeah.
You don't.
No, of course they don't. I know.
You live in a house with a backyard. Stop it. All right. So he's like, yeah, I'm so sorry I don't have a job.
Yeah, and she's like, but you knew I was coming.
He's like, yeah, but I couldn't have even kept going to Uganda if I had a job. You're welcome.
That's the crazy part, though. He's like, can I get a little credit? Our relationship wouldn't even be where it was if I had a job.
Okay. But
I
also,
could kill
Joan,
him.
you did know he didn't have a job.
Joan, I don't know. It's like, what did she think the house situation was like?
I
That's
don't
what I
know.
want to
She's
know.
very confused. So
Yeah.
she brings up the bride price. She needs 15 cows to her family.
Right.
So it's 3K. And he's like, realistically, how would ever anyone afford $3,000?
How are you going to buy a house?
And she goes, oh no, everyone could afford $3,000, but you.
Yeah.
You're the only one that cannot.
And he said, you knew who I was before you moved here.
Okay, you know what
And
though?
here's the thing, though. He's not wrong.
He's got a point. It's
I
like I've
know.
never worked a day in my life, and now you think I'm going to get a job.
Right.
Why? Because I said so and lied.
Right. Like I haven't lied about everything else. I lie about my hair every time you
Right.
look
He's
at
like,
me.
look at this little slit that looks like I'm combing my hair. He's like,
Meanwhile,
nope.
it's just done with a razor.
All right, moving on to Sean and Aaliyah. I was a little upset by this.
Yeah, me too. I didn't like this. Made me like sad.
So we meet with Nasty Angela
Oh, fuck Angela. Nobody ever needs to talk to her again. But they're
No
at
way.
Hamburger Mary's and that
for
looks
drag
fun.
bingo.
Yeah, I want to go there.
Okay. So Aaliyah's like, oh yeah, no one really knows about me.
Right.
And Angela's like, yeah, I know. So when you and Sean started dating and you were Douglas, and
And,
then
like-
he said that Douglas, and then he said that you
Yep.
know, when he used to date Douglas, and then when you were Douglas. And so she's like, Angela, when did you know about my transition?
I wrote down too. I said, why does this bitch keep using her dead name? Because I'm like, something's wrong here. This is crazy. Is she
Yeah.
really saying this just over and over and
Yes.
over again? Like, is she saying this to be cruel or is she just not
Cruel.
like smart?
Cruel.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So for Sean, he said it felt like a death when Douglas. Okay,
So
you know
why
what?
are you
Maybe need to break
together?
up.
Right. So why are you together?
All right,
And
so
I wouldn't blame Sean if they broke up because that's totally understandable.
totally fine.
It's okay. Right. It's
But break up.
okay.
But
But
break up.
Yeah.
So Angela is just triggering her left and right, left and right.
Yeah. And you know what? Good on Aaliyah. If I was Aaliyah, I would have flipped out.
No, I know. So Aaliyah
Yeah.
tells Sean in private that her dead name is very bothering to her, and
Mhm.
it hurts her feelings. So the next day, Sean's like, I don't know what her problem is.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Sean just completely does not understand any
So
of
she's
this.
like, I really don't like when you say my dead name. He's like, you mean Douglas?
Yeah, right.
And she's like, yeah, that's the one. And he's like, so when I say Douglas, it hurts your feelings, Douglas. Like when I say Douglas, you don't like Douglas when I say it?
What if I just called you Douglas sometimes?
Well, now we're back at the house and she's cooking rice and question mark.
I wasn't sure.
It's a mixture.
Yeah. But I think it's cute. And also she's only been there for like a day.
Literally.
That's crazy.
This is 2
Yeah.
days in. Okay, so now he's like, well, I made her an adventure book.
Right.
He goes, Aaliyah, then Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
No, you're never gonna stop, Sean. Okay, cool.
I was afraid that he was going to give Aaliyah the same book
And then just
like
add Aaliyah.
yes,
yeah.
that's exactly what I thought was
Be
going
like,
to happen.
look, do you see where it said Douglas and now it
Yeah.
doesn't say
And see,
Douglas?
the book transitioned. I was like so nervous about it.
I know. So anyway,
Mhm.
so he gives her the book. She loves it. She cries, and they end the night up where she's in cute lingerie and a heavy cardigan.
I know, very interesting look. But okay, the only thing I did like about the book is Sean had like right after Aaliyah,
A Star is Born.
A Star is Born, and I'm like,
was
that
cute.
is really sweet.
It was
Yeah,
cute.
yeah.
Alright. Also, how cute is Aaliyah?
Okay, so I was watching this with Matt. I'm
Uh-huh.
like, have you ever seen a better body on anybody in your whole life?
No.
And he's like, I have to tell you, Aaliyah's so cute. I'm like,
Yeah.
right?
Aaliyah's
Right?
so cute.
I know.
Listen, one of the wigs in one of the confessionals, not good.
Aaliyah has the best eyebrows in the game.
Aaliyah's so cute. All right,
Mhm.
moving on to maybe my favorite couple because they're the most sad.
Meanwhile, I'm like, this is the worst. I hate watching this so much.
I hate watching it.
These last,
I
two
think I
couples
like
are
the ones I hate
saddest.
watching.
Really? Yeah, I don't like this.
All right, because this is authentic. This is 100% authentic.
No, this is real. Yeah.
That's why I like it. All right, so Jessica and Juan, they're 3 days in. So now we've watched Juan wake up every single morning. This
Yes.
is just like Big Brother.
Yeah, this sucks.
Okay, so they fought the night before,
Hmm.
and now in the morning they're in matching PJs.
Right. She's like, that's a tradition in America.
Great.
Is
That's
it?
a red flag in America. Let me
Yeah,
just tell you.
is
The
that?
funniest part was how she's like, we're out at the bar, we're fighting in the car, we're fighting in the car. So anyway, we take our PJs that are
Right.
matching and take family Christmas pictures. And
Literally.
every time I see a family in matching pictures and matching pajama pictures, I'm like,
Look at Kayla from Young and Pregnant. She
Yep.
did that last year.
yep. How's that going
Yep.
for her?
Yeah.
so she walks the boys to the dad's house. She lives down the block
I
from
can't
her
believe it.
ex.
Also, they're like, oh, Dad's house is much nicer.
Dad's house is much nicer.
Yeah.
I bet he has, you know what? I was gonna say I bet he has doors, but I don't think he does because he has the wheelchair ramp for that guy.
Yeah.
He must have
Oh,
brought him with him
that's crazy. When I was looking, I'm like, why does he have a wheelchair
because
ramp?
he loves
Oh,
wheelchair ramps.
that's right.
He loves the accessibility.
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah. Well, also, okay.
Yeah.
So they're talking about when he cheated on her. So she said that there was a time where like he was kind of pulling back, she was kind of pulling back too, and she got lonely and developed feelings for her ex, but her intentions were never bad.
And they never did anything.
But her intentions were never bad. You just said you fell in love with your ex.
Right.
What do you mean your intentions were never bad?
She didn't mean to.
Okay.
She just didn't mean to.
And I love that she's not sure if he could adapt to normal family life.
But here, okay, this is what bothers me. He got there and you shoved all this down his throat. You're like, yep, you're going to deal with it. There's 3 kids. You're going to deal with it. Yep. It's not
No
like
doors.
cruise life, right?
Yeah.
No doors. Oh, it's so different. Now you're like, my biggest fear is he can't adapt. You shoved it down his throat proudly to try to like scare him. And now you're worried.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't like watching them. I actually, I hate them.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is great.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Make sure you follow the podcast at 90 Day Podcast on Instagram and Twitter, and follow Trash Talk Podcast on TikTok and Instagram. No, YouTube, TikTok and YouTube. We're on YouTube. Did you know that?
Yeah, we're on YouTube. I knew that.
Noelle's Noe Girl on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. TraceyCarnazzo.com for everything podcast related. Go check it out. All of my stand-up tour dates are there and yada, yada, yada. If you want to talk about this podcast or the show, go to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk on Facebook. Join the group and join the discussion.
It sounds great.
Okay, bye.
Bye.